What's up, and welcome to the Comic Blast podcast. My name is Keenan.
I'm Grayson.
You beat me to it.
Yeah. Don't steal my thunder.
That's the end of the podcast.
You had no idea where to go from there after that.
No, I had it all mapped out in my head, and you took it from me. You took away my shine.
I'm sorry.
Anyways, we're back after a week break.
Yeah.
Grayson was on vacation.
Again.
Freaking sick of you doing vacations.
No, trust me, I'm done for a while now.
Better be.
I needed it anyways, though.
Yeah. I took a vacation too.
What?
To my bedroom.
No, you didn't.
I took a nap.
You told me about like for one day.
Yeah. It was great.
Yeah.
How's your vacation?
Pretty good. I'm gonna start rubbing the poster again. We'll address that in a second, by the way. Like, that sounded really weird. Anyways, no, my vacation was really good. I went to Universal. Check out our Instagram if you want. I posted a couple stuff of that from my trip there.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
But we're looking at we have a picture.
I'm
of it
looking
right
at
now.
your picture.
Yeah.
Grayson took a picture with Spider-Man at Universal.
It's on our Instagram. If you go to the playlist or like the whatever it's called, the highlights. There's one that's the comedic stories. Sorry, God.
Playlist.
I mean, it's essentially a playlist.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I guess. Yeah, you're right.
There's a picture of me with Spider-Man. He was a great dude. Really lives up to what I thought he would be. They say that saying, never meet your heroes. Well, this is one of those cases where it was not true. He was a great guy. Except that he said I was like Scott Summers, and that ruined my entire existence. What was I saying before that?
You took a picture with Spider-Man. Got it posted up. It's on Instagram.
Yeah.
We have it hanging. It's framed.
Yeah, I paid like $15 and got a digital version of it, and then got a framed version. So now we can see it next to Thanos.
It's great. So it's up here at the studio.
Yeah.
What are we calling the studio? Comic Blast HQ.
Comic Blast HQ. Yeah.
CBHQ.
Speaking of CBHQ, so we mentioned the past few episodes that we've been trying to do video. However, we have made an executive decision to hold the video because
we're too ugly.
Yes, we're absolutely hideous. We do not want you to see our faces. We didn't realize it before. It's horrendous, really.
We got our hair done, and we thought we were looking good, and then we looked at it on camera, and we were like, jeez.
Yes.
We can't do this.
It was so bad. It's like Green Goblin from The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
That's a good one.
But yeah, so we're going to pause the video.
We had technical difficulties. We're broke, and my laptop kind of sucks.
Yes.
I had struggled editing the video for it.
Yes.
So it's something we're going to do eventually.
Essentially, the situation is we are two broke college kids who...
You're calling a kid.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you look like a kid.
I'm almost 30.
You're almost 30, but you look like you're 19.
Yeah,
so.
okay. I'll take it.
So yeah, we're going to wait on the video, and we're going to wait till we just have better equipment until we're actually like ready, because right now we're essentially just doing this like out of our own free time, and it's just hard to focus on it a lot. So right now we're going to just try to focus on making social media really good, and also just the quality of the podcast overall just exceptional.
Dope.
And we want to really reflect our personalities into it, and just really just like keep it going, because I think recently we've really hit a stride, and and I'm glad that we can actually just try to focus on this. We were trying to be a little bit ambitious. We do have our set and everything, which is really good, and I think that kind of helps get us like in the setting and the vibe of everything, and it'll be helpful when inevitably we will do video. But
yeah, for sure.
But for now, it's like we probably shouldn't
do it. It should be our main priority is doing the video.
Yeah.
And we just want to do a really good podcast for you guys for now. So we want that to kind of take off, and then we'll just grow.
Yeah.
That's our main priority.
So thank you guys for all your support. We really do appreciate it. And we for people who have been sticking by us from the very beginning,
for sure,
we definitely want to show our gratitude, which is why we're doing segue into our in-game review, or not in-game review. Why did I say that? I was going
Dude,
so
I had
good.
No idea where you were going with that.
The in-game giveaway.
I wish we did have a camera so you could see my facial reaction, because
you
I was
were
like, what is he talking about?
Oh, the in-game. That didn't end, correct?
It did end.
It did end?
Yeah.
I lied. If you didn't win, Oh well.
Struggling. We're not on the same page right now.
I'm so sorry.
We had an Endgame giveaway. Someone named Dakari Holder won that giveaway. That's on
Instagram.
Shout
out to Dakari Holder.
Yeah,
I don't know who
shout
you
out
are, but
to
you're a really
man.
cool
Pointing
dude.
at the camera, but it's not.
It's not even on.
Okay, so yeah, he won that, and it was really cool. A lot of people entered, and yeah, it was pretty cool giveaway. We're gonna do another one of those.
Oh yeah. I mean, we've been doing so many. Another in-game giveaway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just think it was. I don't know. People get excited about Endgame. It's like one of the biggest movies.
Yeah, clearly. Have you seen all of the headlines about? Well, we were talking about this before, but like all of these headlines about like
they're milking.
Yeah, guys, you got to stop with the headlines. Just because there's a girl wearing a spider skirt doesn't mean it's Spider-Gwen. Okay.
Yeah. There's some crazy things that come out from. I mean, now that the movie's actually out, like people can watch it and rewind it and pause it
and dissect it and be like, wait.
People are just like over-analyzing everything when it comes to that movie. But it is out on digital. We wanted to do like a physical giveaway because you're getting, the physical plus the digital. It seems cooler to do that than to send a movie code to somebody. So, thanks to everyone who entered and who's been everyone's active on Instagram, which is really cool. Yeah. Like everyone from the giveaway has stuck around.
I think it's just because you've been doing a lot of stuff with Instagram and you've been kind of killing it.
We've tried to do like as many interactive things as we
So I'm trying to do a lot more funny stuff lately.
Yeah.
I'm not forcing it. I just sometimes I just think of random things so.
It's a sweet surprise every time when I open up. Okay, so like I pretty much run the Instagram for the most part.
Yes.
And then every now and then I'll be on my personal Instagram page and I see a highlight for the Comic Blast Instagram.
Yeah.
Like the little thing.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I didn't post anything. So I'm like, oh God, I'm like, what is it going to be? And it's always something like so ridiculously funny. But so I look forward to that. It's good to be a fan every now and then of our own stuff.
I wish I could do more stuff. I'm just not as
I'm just tired.
Just not as funny as I could be.
That was sad.
I'm kidding. It's okay.
You're plenty funny. What do we got for news this week?
I don't know.
Venom 2.
Oh. I forgot about that. No, I'm kidding. Venom 2. Andy Serkis.
It was a pretty slow news week.
Yeah.
For the most part. We're gonna get into something that recently broke before we get into
literally like an hour before we started
recording the podcast, which is very convenient for us because we had nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
So from what we know, Kevin Conroy, who voices pretty much.
Wait, so are we not doing Venom 2?
We'll jump into that in a second.
All right, screw you, Venom 2.
I want to
Kevin Conroy, baby.
Let's start off the show on a good note.
Yeah, it's true.
So Kevin Conroy, who voices most of the animated Batman stuff, most movies, most shows.
No, he is Batman.
The games.
The definitive voice of Batman and Bruce Wayne.
There's a few things that he doesn't play, but for the most part, it's usually him doing all of the Batman stuff, which is awesome. He's great. Can you do a good Kevin Conroy Batman?
I'm not even going to try.
I saw somebody do it the other day, and I was like, holy crap.
Really?
Yeah. One of my friends on Instagram posted something.
Oh, God.
And his voice was awesome. Like almost identical. But anyways,
sick.
Yeah, I can't do impressions of anybody. So, back to Kevin Conroy. He's finally going to be a live-action Batman. Bruce Wayne is what we know for sure. Yeah. Not sure about Batman.
Well, I mean, you have to assume that he's Bruce
been
Wayne.
Recast as the Batman for
for Robert Pattinson.
For Robert Pattinson. He's
Screw
no
you,
longer
Robert.
the Batman. So they decided to go with an older guy.
Oh my God, dude.
They wanted someone more handsome looking, is what I heard.
Wow, that's a low blow to Robert Pattinson, dude.
I'm like really down on him after seeing High Life.
Oh God.
But
there's that new movie that's coming out though that looks really good. Him and Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, it does look really good.
Yeah, it's like all black and white. It's like, what is it called? The Lighthouse. The Lighthouse.
That's it. And then he's the
guy who did the Witch
Nolan movie too.
Wait, he's doing a Christopher Nolan movie?
Yeah, Tenet.
Oh,
he's starring in it.
Is that the newest one that Christopher Nolan's doing?
Yeah.
I heard the trailer is tied to Hobbs and Shaw. Is that correct?
I don't know.
I haven't seen Hobbs and Shaw.
Me either.
But speaking of like random, we'll get back to the Kevin Conroy thing, but like random movies.
We're already started.
Yeah. That's the thing is like slow news weeks, we have liberties to do what we want.
Yeah.
Because we make it, not you.
True.
So I'm so like mean today.
Yeah.
But they announced that Regal Unlimited Movie Pass thing, and we were talking about that. Like, we really are considering getting that because
it's good for us because we don't have AMC theaters
no
anywhere near us.
Exactly.
Because
AMC has a Movie Pass, right?
Yeah, they have their own like subscription, which is like more than Regal's.
It's weird that Amstar isn't AMC.
What exactly is Amstar?
I don't know. I always thought they were like a big chain, but they're not. Like, are they?
I don't know. It's like the best theater around us. But it's like so. If you guys have an Amstar theater near you, that'd be cool if you could let us know. Because I don't know what Amstar is.
No, I don't need. I mean,
it's
even
like its own thing.
Because the Starlight is Regal. Then I have a movie theater near me that's like Premier Cinemas.
Yeah.
And that's like the one that's in a town like on the other side from where we go.
But it's like a very small.
Yeah, and it's smaller. It's like I think it's got 8 theaters in it, and then what does the Starlight have? 12?
Ooh,
13?
It has more than 12. It has more than 12. I know that for sure.
I know the
Amstar 16 actually. There's like 8 on each side.
What?
Yeah.
Really? That means Amstar has less.
Really?
Amstar's 14.
But Regal's like theater size. Ours is like pretty small, the room size.
Yeah.
Versus Amstar's is huge.
It feels huge. I don't know. When we went to see Endgame though, it felt
some of them are big.
Some of them are big. Yes. The one we got put into Endgame was so. Why?
This episode is just like a disaster.
This is already so bad, dude.
We have a Spider-Man PS4 poster that's framed up behind Grayson and it just fell on him.
Jesus. Oh my God. Let me take this
Our
off.
audio spikes are going to be ridiculous.
I am so sorry, everyone. We're
not editing any of this out either.
Oh, this is so unhinged. Oh, God. I'm so upset.
This is going to be our unfiltered episode where everything just goes like
totally
whatever. So
movie theaters.
We're thinking about doing that Regal Unlimited where you can see literally any movie whenever you want.
Yeah.
There's no time restraints and there's no like max amount of movies that you can see.
Yeah.
I could see in your eyes you're so upset that poster
I'm
fell.
really upset.
But yeah, we're thinking about doing that so we can see other movies. Anyways, back to Kevin Conroy. He's gonna be a live action Bruce Wayne.
I'm actually really cool. And it's like, I'm really happy with this because he's not
recast as Matt Reeves.
It's for the CW. Crisis and
I haven't watched the CW show in years, so this will probably be the first.
When's the last time you watched the CW show?
It's probably like 2016.
For me, it was 2000. Well, that's actually not true. I watched it last year for the crossover, the Elseworlds one, and that was when like Barry and Oliver they like switched powers or they switched people essentially. Yeah. Like anyway, that was really cool.
Arrow and he became Flash.
Yeah. That one was a cool. I watched that and I was like, I still knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I know enough about these characters that I'm like, I don't really have to worry about the overall plot. So I just watched that crossover and I was like, pretty cool. And then they hinted at the crossover for next year or for this year, I guess technically. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I'm pretty hyped now, especially because they got Brandon Routh as Kingdom Come Superman, Kevin Conroy as like an older Bruce Wayne. Like they're getting the other Superman, Supergirl. They're getting everyone.
Insane. You know what's crazy about this whole thing is how
it should have been.
The shows are really cheesy.
Oh,
they're really cheesy, but people love them. Like there's a huge fan base out there for this. Like
I used to be one of them for sure.
And then they just keep growing and expanding on ideas. Yeah, it's pretty insane.
I wish they had this much creative, ambition with the movies.
Yeah,
like imagine like if they had done that, like it would have been crazy to see like the DCEU start off with like say they started off with Man of Steel, okay,
yeah,
and then instead of Batman v Superman, they did The Flash, and then they did Green Arrow, like because the MCU started off with smaller heroes. It started with Iron Man, who was like B-list, you know, and Flash and I'd say Green Arrow is B-list. He's on the same level as Iron Man. I would say, like at least in the comics now they're bigger, but so like it would have been interesting to like the DCEU essentially just up the budget. And they would have started off with like Green Arrow and then go to Flash and then do like the whole Legends thing and then eventually like build up this whole Justice League where they finally get Superman and Batman and like all of this stuff. That would have been like a crazy
WB had like all these characters. God, they have the best characters in the world. Like, no, it's
the opposite of.
Well, we were watching a funny video about how like somebody was saying DC had
the worst character. It shows like a picture. It's like shout out to Video Game Donkey. I love you. You're not listening to this podcast. I know you're not, but I do love you. But I was watching a video on Injustice 2 and I showed it to him because he's been playing it. Yeah. And it was like it shows Swamp Thing and it shows the cheetah and he's just like DC, you have the worst characters.
Yeah.
And then like when Reverse Flash and Flash are fighting, it's like the battle we've all been waiting for, ketchup versus mustard.
Yeah.
And like it's just all of this stuff that's like, it's so funny because you really do, like, you realize that DC has some weird characters.
Really weird characters.
Yeah.
What was I saying before?
Something about like how WB has all these characters that are like so great.
Yeah, WB has all these characters. What they had like over the MCU was that they also had they had amazing animated shows and movies.
That's what they're
on Cartoon Network.
Yes.
Where the Flash isn't like a huge character.
Yeah.
But at the same time, because of like Justice League,
yes,
the cartoons.
Yes.
People knew this character, you know, and I don't know. There's just they should have been the ones to have a head start on all of this.
Yeah.
Because they have some of the most iconic characters. But yeah, anyways,
it's really bizarre, but I think it's cool that Kevin Conroy is like actually going to be an older Bruce Wayne.
I think you can't help but just feel happy for him.
It's like, oh, finally.
'Cause I think he's probably wanted this for a while.
I can't wait to see like the moment like when he comes on screen and just hearing that voice is just like,
oh my god, dude,
it's gonna be so good. Like,
that. Do you think he's gonna suit up, or he's just like too old for that?
I think it'd be cool if he suited up.
He's up there in age now.
He's older, but they did. I mean, I was saying beforehand it'd be cool if they tied it into Batman Beyond and like put him in like a older like bat armor suit, because there was an episode in Batman Beyond where like Terry like goes to fight this one bad. I think it was Plastique.
Yeah.
Or Ink or something like that, or
DC, you have the worst.
Batman Beyond had some pretty cool villains though, but he goes to fight him, and then Terry is getting the crap kicked out of him, and then Batman, like Bruce Wayne, shows up in this like really big armored Batman suit, and like almost like Hulkbuster level, and like just kicks the crap out of them, and him and Batman Beyond like team up. It would be so cool if that happened. And if they put Batman Beyond in there, I'd absolutely lose my mind. But then also I know that the suit would look really crappy.
I think they're gonna do something. Yeah, true.
Although the suits have been stepping up a lot lately. Did you see the new? Have you seen like the new recent
Flash
suits?
one?
So Arrow got a new suit that looks really good.
I thought Arrow's suit always was fine.
Yeah, his suit has always been fine. But essentially now it's like a combination of his season 1 through 3 suit.
Yeah.
And like then his like 4 through 7, I think, suit, which is kind of like, it's always been like this like more leathery kind of like combat armor style. Sure. And then Supergirl got a new suit that looks, I think, amazing. I think it looks great. They're finally straying away from
she's got
leather.
The long hair now.
She has she has always had long hair, but she's
like
got bangs.
Bangs, yeah.
Yeah. Bangs are like in style now. They're like
Why?
I'm not sure really. Bangs are just like really popular. And then the Flash has a new suit, which last season people didn't like because it didn't have the chin strap.
Yeah.
And it looked really weird because he was just kind of like his neck was just
naked.
kind of out. But like the actual body suit looked really good. But they're adding the chin strap back apparently, which is like a big complaint. And then, I mean, other than that, like the Superman suit is pretty good too.
Yeah.
I really like his. They're going away from the leather or the pleather or whatever, and they're kind of going more to like this kind of texturized.
Good.
Which it looks a lot better.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, all right, that doesn't look as spandexy. It looks a bit more like almost kind of like microfiber weird stuff. I don't know. It's weird, but now they look actually decent. I just wish I cared about the CW
That's
shows
the thing
now.
for me too. Is like I'm just mostly happy for Kevin Conroy getting to be a live action Bruce Wayne or Batman. I think they're gonna find a way to try to tie it into Batwoman.
I'm so sorry. Batwoman. I think everybody agrees that Batwoman does not look good.
Yeah, it just looks rough.
I saw somebody give it a 9 out of 10 for the pilot episode, but then everybody else give it like 5s and 6 out of 10s.
A 9 out of 10?
I saw it on Instagram and I was like, this guy's whack, dude.
How?
I don't know.
Jeez.
It was one person.
I don't think I could give any CW show a 9 out of 10.
The Flash seasons 1 and 2 I could give.
A 9? That's like a high rating.
Yeah.
Seasons
like,
1 and
Season 1 and 2 are really good.
See, like this is how I do it. I would give Daredevil season 2 a 9 out of 10. So
what would you give 1 and 3? 10 out of 10?
No, like 9.5.
Okay.
So that's how I like. That's my like.
Well,
this is a high level TV show.
Okay.
So if we're talking about like, if you put it in
Daredevil has a way higher budget than
it's still a
the
television
Flash.
show.
I know.
So that's how I look at it.
That's what I've always said about the CW shows is they have like 23 episode seasons. I'm like, cut it in half.
Yeah, cut it
to 12,
Put
11 even.
Yeah, just share the budget.
Like the CG would be so much better. The suit design would be so much better, and like they could focus. They would have so much less filler crap.
It's all about money.
Yeah,
that's just what it is.
Filler
episodes. That's why I like Netflix for the most part. There are no filler episodes.
Yeah.
Season 3 of Daredevil didn't really have a filler episode, but
there was one episode that
Karen.
You talking about the Karen episode?
Yeah.
I still really liked that episode
great.
though.
Yeah, it was great. I was really concerned. I'm like, oh god. Like when it started off in the past, I was like,
yeah.
ugh.
That was a good episode.
It was
man.
so necessary for her character.
God, Karen was such a good character. Can we just talk about Daredevil for a second, dude?
I'd love to.
Dude, I missed that show so much. Did you see my tweet? I just said I miss Daredevil.
I miss Daredevil. Yeah.
I'm gonna start rewatching it soon.
You should.
Because
I basically have started rewatching it. Well, I'm living through my mom's experience. Like, like I'm living vicariously through her as she watches the show, and it's just it warms my heart.
So I think they put the first season on Blu-ray, and then
season 2's on Blu-ray too.
Season 2's on Blu-ray. Yeah. If they ever do a full 3-season collection of Daredevil on Blu-ray,
gotta get that.
Also comes with digital, please. So I think it does. Yeah, I think
Netflix,
the TV. Yeah, I know, but still, like, I think
it's HD.
Yeah. Either way, I would totally get that.
I had the first season on Blu-ray, and I think I sold it.
Really?
Yeah, because eventually I was like, it's just on Netflix, but it does look really good on Blu-ray.
Yeah,
like the shadows and colors.
It's just
everything.
I just love that. I just adore that show. Like we were talking beforehand, and like I was watching a video about Daredevil, and it's just how like we really just don't deserve it. It's
close to perfect as you can get for a show. It didn't even get to like finish, like. But it's still, in a weird way, did conclude in a very satisfying note.
Yeah.
So
like it could have kept on going, but there was a couple of cliffhangers that it's like they weren't super necessary, but you could kind of like fill in the blanks, you know.
They gave you the hint that they had something planned for. Obviously, Bullseye was.
It kind of conclude. It reminds me of the Amazing Spider-Man 2, where it was like it does kind of conclude, but at the same time, like you could tell they were definitely that you want more, and that you knew it was gonna go on. But like everything from Kingpin being one of the greatest villains of all time.
Yeah.
Because I've always loved Kingpin since I was a kid, but this just like they brought Kingpin on such a high level that you feel for Wilson Fisk.
Yeah.
Like his relationships, what is going on in his mind. Same thing with Bullseye.
Yeah.
Bullseye was such a good character in season 3.
Awesome.
And then from the oh my god, the fight choreography and the cinematography, these characters are just like I don't think I would have ever cared about like Foggy Nelson or Karen Page.
Definitely.
And like that, it's just those characters, man. They go.
Especially Karen, because I think at the very beginning of the first season, I was like, she's just gonna become like the
whiny damsel distress. Yes,
exactly. And
then by the end of season 1, by the end of season 1, like I was just like Karen freaking Page.
When she kills
Wesley.
Yeah.
Spoilers for Daredevil, but if you haven't seen it, I don't care.
Wesley, yeah. I think that was just such a turning point for her character.
Don't they? So they bring that arc back in season 3, right?
Yeah. It becomes like a big part of her character development.
I don't remember. It was with the. She mentions it to Wilson Fisk. She tells him that like she was the one. Okay.
Right.
And then she also with the whole thing of like her trying to, like her whole journalism stuff. It's just like she's so important to like helping Matt, and it's just like one of the like such a great female character as well. Like I love Karen Page, and then Foggy, even his stuff, like their friendship between him and Matt is they build that up so well. And
it's like first season they're good, second season they deconstruct that friendship, third season they try to rebuild it, and eventually they do rebuild. It's like it feels so real. It's so crazy how writers and filmmakers just don't follow that formula because it's so simplistic. The whole build up a character, tear him down, build him back up again. It's like it works every freaking time when it comes to character development. I think it works so well because it mimics real life. It does, like, it's ups and downs. It's exactly. It's literally like in life you go through these seasons where it's like you build yourself back up and then something happens and you go back down and you learn from that. It sucks when you watch a character who's just like either given everything from the beginning and they're just like immediately, taking out everybody, unstoppable.
I already know what you're referring to.
And but it also sucks when like the character doesn't learn from their mistakes, and it's just constantly like a cycle. I think that's why a lot of people, and you and I both like Batman versus Superman, I think. But, I think that's why a lot of people had issues with it's not what they did, it's when they did it with the characters. Because
which characters specifically?
Probably both.
So Superman and Batman?
Superman was a little bit better, I think.
I think they brought him
But he also kind of started off a little bit low. And he became a hero in Man of Steel.
Man of Steel, and then it's kind of like a small victory, and then they bring him down because of the whole like public shame and hatred, but then I think he kind of like he goes up again when he sacrifices himself.
Sure.
And then there's.
It's just about it's not about what they did, it's always when they did it. It was very early in the establishing the cinematic universe for the DC or whatever. Batman, I mean, he just right off the bat is doing things that most people have not seen Batman do, unless you're like really into the comics.
It's like we didn't see the point of where he gets brought down. Like he's just already kind of down.
I think that really matters. We can go back to Spider-Man and why the origin is so important. Not that you have to see it, but just that acknowledge that it's a thing.
Yeah. Because
it helps with that character development. But like I said, it's a very simplistic thing. It's a big thing. Another thing when it came to Luke with The Last Jedi. It's like we didn't really get to see how that played out.
That's a fair point.
And that's why I always said I wish that episode 7 was just a story about Ben and Luke. And it was just like that relationship, that tearing down that character instead of showing us that he's torn down.
I know that this won't justify the actual film's chronology and how it flows, but I am very excited to see when they inevitably tell the full story and fill in those gaps between Return of the Jedi and the last, or in between Return of the Jedi and then the Last Jedi, because the Force Awakens and Last Jedi are just right neck and neck.
It's like you got to give a lot of credit to the writers who do comics and books, because even though it's frustrating for us who will read them and then find out that it doesn't really connect that well to the movies, they're trying. Like they have the movies and they work with what they're given. Like with Captain Phasma, I mean, great stuff. Like even the comics was pretty good, but I know like for the book readers, I didn't read the Captain Phasma book, but I know a lot of people really loved that book and was like really pumped.
They wanted to make that character satisfying and exciting. Yeah. And then the movies kind of wiped it away.
Yeah. I prefer, instead of people telling us what happened to a character, show us what happened to a character. Yes. Like that's what I would like to see.
I think they do in The Last Jedi. They don't put as much of an emphasis on it, but it's like, I love how we've gone through this whirlwind from Daredevil to all of this stuff, but Batman.
We're just showing an appreciation for good storytelling.
Yeah. That's a totally fair point. But like in The Last Jedi, they show the flashback of like what happens and why that breaks Luke. And I don't think, and that, I mean, see that I think that's enough for me. I'm like, okay, I get where they're coming from, but they don't they let you assume that Luke created the Jedi Temple and then was on this really good place and then was brought down again. Yeah. And that's kind of what's implied, and that's why I think I was fine with it. But some people, I don't think that was enough, and I don't blame them for that. I think it would have been better to see this full flesh out of like Ben falling.
I think you would be more empathetic with his decision to not want to train Rey.
Yes.
Or get back involved in the fight.
He doesn't want to
abandon everybody. Yeah. You would understand a lot more if you got to see, how tormented he is.
Also, his relationship with Ben, because we don't really know, but like all we know is, they're uncle and nephew. We don't know if they were. I like to think they were close. Were they close, or was it like a distant relation?
Exactly. Or like, were they always like, struggling, with ideologies and like, decisions on things? Did they always have like,
I get the feeling it would almost be something similar to like a weird, like, so me and you are big fans of Avatar. Yeah. And almost kind of like Iroh and Zuko, where it's like they start off and it's kind of a strained relationship. Yeah. And then I imagine that's kind of how it started off. And then eventually they build up to it or something. But like, that's kind of what I think. Honestly, it could be more like Zuko and his dad.
See, I would like to see something more. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like
with
Fire
that.
Lord Ozai.
Yeah, I would like to see, if we got to see Luke training like all of these young Jedi, or training the Jedi, I would like to have seen him go a lot harder on Ben as opposed to the rest of the kids that are there.
Almost kind of like neglecting him, or like giving him a cold shoulder.
Harsher because he understands where he comes from, like his bloodline, and then you would kind of empathize a little bit more with Ben because you're like, man, this guy's being a little bit of a jerk to him and not treating him as equal as everybody else.
Right.
But then at the same time, us as viewers of the whole saga understand why, because he has Darth Vader in him still. Yeah. Somewhat, but
I think it'd be a really cool animated show to do.
Yeah, I would have loved to see like Avatar style Luke and Ben and just find out more about that relationship. Yeah. Like obviously that would have been episode 7. Like,
that's what I was about to say. I was like, episode 7 is like start off with that.
Just that.
Then episode 8 is almost episode 7.
Yep.
And then kind of combine, like, try to do something.
Filling in way too many blanks. Yeah. With the whole jump from 6 to 7 and 7 to 8.
Yeah. I think they made it, like.
There's a lot of great stuff about this trilogy. Yeah. Don't get me wrong.
I'm honest, man. I'm getting more excited for episode 9 again though,
because
I really like
about Star Wars in quite a while.
It's really hard. Like when we get to Celebration, there's like this big thing, but hopefully a trailer comes out.
I think like October.
Oh God, that's such a long wait. But where I know we're gonna see a lot of stuff. There was also the whole Knights of Ren comic that came out.
Pretty pumped about that.
That actually does sound. I'm gonna read that. Yeah. Guaranteed. I'll
get
probably
that
go
when it comes out.
Yeah. Because I've been reading some of the Star Wars comics. Like I started reading this Target Vader comic, and it's this guy who's essentially the Terminator. Like he's like a cyborg dude, and he is
I think I saw something like that on someone's YouTube channel.
It's like a 5-issue. Star Wars Explained probably did something about it, but it was like a 5-issue comic run that I think they're on. I don't even think they're on the second issue yet. Probably, I think it's like a once a month thing. It'll probably end around the time that not the last Jedi, episode 9, Rise of Skywalker. I already forget that we like know the title of it. It's because we called it episode 9 for so long, but
I still call it episode 9.
Yeah, but we'll get used to it inevitably. But it's just about them like hunting Vader and stuff, and it's pretty cool because it doesn't focus on Vader. It focuses on this one character, and I don't remember his name. He connected to like the Han Solo cadet comic and all of this other stuff. But I am really excited for this Knights of Ren.
I think like Lucasfilm, whoever's in charge of just like the world building and like connecting all of the comics and stories and stuff like that, it's just like amazing. And that was like always just my like frustration was that I started really getting into that. Yeah. To like once The Force Awakens came out, that's when I started really getting into like wanting to read all the comics because they put an emphasis on making sure that everybody knew that this was all connected. Yeah. And there wasn't really like a big payoff, but still, like I feel like it's still worth reading those stories.
They do it a lot with every single one. They do these things called the journey to Force Awakens, Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker.
Dave Filoni really does the best when it comes to connecting things between the movies, the shows, like all of the source material from everything. He does the best job.
Did you ever finish? You did not finish Rebels, correct?
No, we talked about it a couple
Please
times. Please
go back and finish it when you can. If they do a full series release, I will buy it, and I will, or Disney Plus.
Sure.
Watch it on there.
It's gonna be on.
It'll be on Disney Plus for sure.
How exciting is it that comes out in like 2 months?
Disney November,
Plus.
Yeah. Oh,
3 months,
dude. The Mandalorian,
dude.
Oh, I'm so hyped for the Mandalorian.
We're so close.
That's gonna be if what I hope it is. When we were talking about Daredevil, I want the Mandalorian to be Star Wars' Daredevil.
We talked about it on another episode not too long ago. Didn't we say something about it being like the budget is close to the same as Game of Thrones for that show?
I think it's like higher.
Yeah, I think it was higher.
Yeah.
So we're basically getting like a full-fledged blockbuster movie in a show.
Oh my god,
which is amazing. I'm still really curious to see how Disney Plus does their release for the shows.
I think it's going to be like one episode at a time.
I think so too.
I would love for it to be an episode dump. And maybe that because we already know. I think it's already greenlit for another season, or at least if it's not officially confirmed, you already know that they're going to be working on.
They already started writing second season. So
oh my god, I just the more that I think about this, like I'm so ready because this honestly, like I said, could be Star Wars' Daredevil.
I think it's probably. I think I'm looking forward to that more than Episode 9 right now.
Oh, I guarantee Mandalorian is number one excitement. I forgot Fallen Order comes out this year too. That's crazy.
I'm pretty excited for that too, actually.
I feel like I can finally start getting excited excited about like games and stuff now?
We have been. It's so stupid to say. I think like we're kind of like we have a drought of like nerd movies and like stuff for the next couple months until Joker comes out.
Far From Home was kind of like this one spot like in a gray area, and that's kind of it. But
so
I already forgot about Joker. I need to write like a calendar down with all this stuff.
See, before I was like, we just have Joker and then episode 9 and that's it.
Yeah.
And then we're waiting until like summer next year.
But the more you think about it, we've got Joker, we've got a few games sprinkled in there. I'm sure you'll get Jedi Fallen Order because that's something that you don't play a whole lot of games, but like you do play the ones
that I do get.
Yes, like Spider-Man, Star Wars,
superhero stuff, and Star Wars stuff, and a couple sports titles.
Games, right?
What I go
that's
for.
Your big thing.
Yeah.
And then obviously episode 9. Is there another? There's no more comic book movies coming out this year.
That's it.
Okay.
Just Joker.
But see, that's the thing. Is also another thing with the Regal Unlimited is like I just want to see more movies in general.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, like there is a big drought of like all of this stuff. That's why right now I am hammering it in with Harry Potter, dude. I've read like 300 pages in the past week.
Yeah, you've been telling me to get into Harry Potter.
One day I'm gonna just let you borrow my Blu-rays, or we're just gonna watch them together. Because
that'd be pretty fun. Because I liked the movies when I was a kid.
Yes.
And I liked the books when I was a kid.
I think you're gonna watch them and you'll be like, okay, I actually really like these.
I don't know what happened. I think it was I know it was around the time like I really got invested in Lord of the Rings that I just started like falling out of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And then I just like.
Have you ever seen all of them, or did you just like?
I went up to the 4th movie. It was the Goblet of Fire.
Okay, so when you hit number 3, that's when it starts to get like a lot more adult and serious. There's still like younger elements because it is like YA, but like 1 and 2 is obviously like kids can definitely watch this. 3 and 4 like it's a little scarier, but it gets darker.
Even 2 kind of like freaked me out.
2 with the spiders, Chamber of Secrets
and
is like the snake and everything. Yeah,
and
dude, Harry Potter is creepy.
With the ghost girl,
Moaning Myrtle.
Yeah.
Oh God, Moaning Myrtle.
God, dude, I was like, shut up.
Oh man.
Yeah, I gotta get it. I'll get it. I'll get to Harry Potter.
Then Goblet of Fire. That's when it's like it gets serious.
Maybe that's what I'll do during this like drought, where we like have nothing going on.
Yeah.
God, we're already like 40 minutes into this episode, but I'm having fun.
Dang.
Maybe I'll do that until like Joker comes out.
Yeah.
Because once Joker comes out, then I'm gonna start getting hyped for Mandalorian. Then we got the Star Wars Episode 9 and Jedi Fallen Order. When does Jedi Fallen Order come out? It's in the fall, right?
November. Comes out like literally the same week as The Mandalorian. I think it actually comes out 3 days before The Mandalorian comes out.
Dude, I can't wait to start recording these podcasts during the fall because fall is like... Fall and winter is just like when I'm the most happiest. Like,
yeah.
I'm like in a bad mood all summer, and then when like fall and winter happens,
for me, like when school finally gets started, like I'm gonna just be like, it's weird. Like I feel like I'm gonna be less stressed because last semester was really good for me. Yeah. Like because I've changed majors, and I just think I can be able to like really flex my creative talent and try to work to be a better like creator and just like producer.
Sure. Yeah.
And then also I just get so excited for fall time because like so many cool games and expansions for games and movies.
The podcast is going to be fun during fall.
Because we've never done it's we started in February, so we haven't been through like a fall where
fall and winter,
and so we're gonna be able to just talk about so much stuff.
Like we're not that hyped right now, but once like November hits and that month leading up to the last,
when that trailer comes out, we're gonna be like, dude, there's gonna be some shot in there. It's probably gonna have Palpatine in it.
It's gonna freaking trick us. I know that.
Oh yeah.
It's like, dude, have you ever seen my reaction video for The Last Jedi?
Yes, I think so.
It's disturbing how excited I was for that movie.
Yeah.
Like, I was like jumping out of my seat, and I thought that was, and I still think it's one of the best trailers to ever come out for a film because I've never had a trailer get me that excited for a movie in like quite some time.
Like, it's the one from Celebration or the second one?
The second one. That's when there was like the trickery where like Kylo Ren reaches out.
So that wasn't the first? I thought that was the first trailer. Okay.
Yeah, it was the second one.
The first one was like, it's time for the Jedi. The end. The second one is like, you need a teacher. And he sticks his hand out and everybody's like, what?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even though everybody knew that it was like trickery or whatever. But I thought the trailer just looked amazing.
Yeah.
Like, in general, trailer looked awesome. So,
pretty great trailer.
Yeah,
dude,
once that
The Force Awakens also had literally Star Wars trailers just so hype.
Yeah.
You know one trailer that I think is really underrated? The first Rogue One trailer.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Oh my god, dude!
Even though they cut a lot of stuff out of that.
Oh, they did. And it's still so cool to watch. Like, there's so many shots that like are cut out, but like the sirens going.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like, dude, I remember I came home. So it was. I think it came out around April is when that trailer debuted, because there wasn't a celebration at that time. It came out spontaneously, just one day, and then because
there was a celebration.
Celebration was that year, but it was in July.
Yeah, it was later.
I think. Anyway, it was 2016. Like yeah. 2016 was.
You're right. It was like April.
Yeah. And so I remember I came home and I like the Rogue One trailer and I was like, dude, I'm not watching this on my phone in like a crappy quality for my first time.
Yeah.
I'm going home. I'm putting it on my TV. I'm blasting the volume and I'm watching this. Got home. I literally freaked out. I was watching, so I was like, oh my god.
Because it was so different.
Yes.
It was like the first time you're getting something not the Skywalker.
Yes. Because this is one that I'm so sad the anthology films are not happening. That's why I'm so excited for Mandalorian, because I'm like, it's not a mainline thing. But
if
like,
they can, I'm fine if they get rid of the anthology films and find a way to put it into their Disney Plus.
Yeah. I think that'd be really cool.
Like the smartest thing to do.
I just want more mediums of Star Wars. Like, I know we already have so many, but I mean like visual mediums of like watching stuff. I want more animation.
We've gone without for quite a while. What was the last thing? Solo?
I mean, there's also Resistance, and I want to watch Resistance because apparently Resistance season 2 is already starting to get more adult, or the end of season 1 already got more adult. So I'm like, I need to watch this. If it gets put on Disney Plus, guaranteed I'm watching it. Like, no doubt about it.
I don't think I can ever get into it. I think
So what's interesting to me is it connects to the main trilogy, and there's also like rumors that like some of the other characters like are going to, like it may connect to Rebels and stuff. Like if that does, if any big character, if Ahsoka pops up, I'm gonna have to watch it. Like literally, I have to start it.
Dude, I wish they would do it in Ahsoka series on Disney Plus.
Oh my god, dude, if they did
why can't they do that?
Envision this. All right,
I'm listening.
An animated show about Ahsoka in the style of Avatar.
I would, yeah.
Or some kind of animated show. Even like Galaxy of Adventures has such amazing. Have you watched any of the Galaxy of Adventures animated shorts? After this podcast, I'm showing you.
You remember the ones that are on YouTube?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I have.
Okay, dude.
Yeah.
They're so well animated.
I watched like the first 3.
I need to show you like the battle of like the light and the dark side one, and like the rise of Anakin or like Yoda and stuff. Oh my god, dude, they're so good. They're so freaking good. Like,
I'll check them out.
They're awesome. But I really just want like more animated stuff and like something almost like what would be really cool. Did you ever watch Halo Legends, the animated?
Yeah.
So I would love
something like that.
A Star Wars thing that it was just all of these short stories that were told in animation, and they were all canon, or at least some form of like told like connecting with the story, different like animation forms and stuff. Because like I remember that Halo Legends had like some 3D stuff, had some more traditional cartoon looking.
Yeah.
They had one that was an actual like watercolor anime.
I remember that.
Like it was about like the Arbiter from like thousands of years, like the very first Arbiter. Shout out to Halo.
Good times, dude. I just got so nostalgic when you were talking about that.
Dude, buy my Xbox. All right. I'm sure, by the way, guys, I'm trying to sell. Please tweet Keenan to try to buy my Xbox for $120. I'm lowering the price by $30. Please buy it. And so we can play Halo together because I want to play Halo.
I do too.
Yeah, Halo.
I really want to play Master Chief Collection.
Dude.
Good times.
Do it. Anyways, Halo's awesome.
Okay, so it's Star Wars.
Yeah, but I think I was saying like Halo Legends style, like Star Wars. Like they're doing this one book right now that I think it comes out. I think it comes out either this week or it already came out. It's called Halo. No. It's not called Halo.
Yeah, it is.
Star Wars Myths and Fables or Myths and Legends, something like that. But it's like these folklore stories.
Sounds similar
that are
to
like
the Luke Skywalker one that came out.
Kind of, yeah. But like it's just more in general. And there's like dragons and stuff like that. Or like not like it's like almost, to be honest, it feels kind of like Lord of the Rings meets Star Wars.
I was about to say that.
And I'm like, count me in. So my background right now on my phone is one of the artwork pieces from that. Which is really cool. It's like a Jedi with a shield, and then he has like a green lightsaber and a really cool like cloak.
That's dope.
And it connects to the Galaxy's Edge. Dude, we got to go to Galaxy's Edge this fall also.
I really, really, really want to go.
I
don't even care about riding all the rides. I just want to walk through like everything because I know the rides are going to be like 7-hour waits.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like, if I can just even walk through everything and buy stuff and just like
literally just sit there and immerse yourself. Yes.
Like if I could just do that, I'll be happy.
See, the cool thing about the rides is that when you walk through them, there's like stuff throughout the walks and like the waits.
Similar to like the way that they set up Avatar or Pandora.
I actually never went to the Avatar stuff.
It's
at Disney.
I'm not a huge fan of Avatar. Like I just like appreciate like the world,
the artistic style,
the world that they tried to build.
Visuals, yeah.
I feel like there was a lot of potential there if they actually like started making more stuff.
I mean, if they make these more, yeah, exactly. Like they waited too long.
Exactly. But they like, it was cool that James Cameron was like, I have an original idea and we can build on this world. Like that could have been.
It is a really cool and trippy world.
Exactly. They should have been able to do more with that. But anyways, back to Disney. It's really cool when you walk through, especially at night. Dude, it looks amazing. But when you're like waiting in line for the rides, there's all these little details like just while you're in line for things like you could like spot things out of the movies.
They did that
it's really cool.
So when I went to Universal, I went to the Harry Potter stuff, kind of back to that, and like some of the rides they all had that. There was like one room I was on the ride for it's like Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, and it's like you're like on like this weird like carriage thing, and it like you go through all of this different stuff like the Forbidden Forest, and there's like Dementors and stuff. It's pretty cool. But while you're waiting in line, it took us like an hour to get through there was one room that had 4 paintings, and if you know about Harry Potter, there's like these paintings, and then they actually move. Yeah. So like they actually like the people are almost in them, you know. And there's one room that has the 4 creators and founders of Hogwarts, and they're also like the heads of the houses. So Helga Hufflepuff, Godric Gryffindor, Salazar Slytherin, and Rowena Ravenclaw. Yeah. So which is, you know, all of the houses, and they're all like talking to each other, and they're like, it's like connecting, like they're talking about like. That
creeped me out really bad.
Really?
Yeah. Like, it's so creepy. Go ahead.
Oh, I mean, it's like a video. It's
I
like
know.
videos and stuff. But what's so cool about it is literally like when they stop and freeze in position, because the paintings will do that. They'll like stop talking and then they'll act natural. Like it went back to like watercolor, and I literally could not tell it was a screen.
Oh God.
I was like looking at it, and they made it look like dried paint, and I was like, oh my God, how? There was another one that's like you're in the bank, the Gringotts. And also in Harry Potter, like the newspapers, like they move, like the pictures move and stuff. They're they're almost like GIFs. Sure, they like loop. And there was like newspapers throughout the bank vault, like kind of laying around, and like the articles and like pictures would move and stuff like built into the screen, and it looked really cool. You could tell there were screens on those, but like they still looked really cool. And it's stuff like that that's really awesome. And I've heard from the Millennium Falcon ride that they do all of that. Cool. There's stuff. Like all these like cool relics and artifacts and characters and like emblems and logos, all of this stuff. It's the small little like, details that I like, especially really for us that we know the background and stuff. Like I know, especially Cole and I will freak out. I went to the Star Wars store at Disney Springs, and they had all of these flags like stringed up at the top, and there were so many of them that I was like, that's so cool. Like they had the Wolfpack logo which is the 347th battalion, which is from the Clone Wars, the Dave Filoni's battalion that he created, which is Plo Koon's. And they're the ones that are wolf themed. That's why they're called the Wolf Pack. And they're all like, it was the logo, like the gray wolf. He has a shirt that he wears at a lot of panels. That's that wolf logo, or I think maybe on his shirt. Yeah, I want that shirt really badly. But the Wolf Pack is my favorite Legion for sure. Yeah. And there was that up there. There was like just a couple of other ones. There was like from Rebels, there's this guy named I believe it's Sakatro Vizago, who is like, he's essentially like a devil looking dude. You can see one of them in A New Hope in the bar in the cantina, but he's one of the smugglers in there, and he's a leader of this this faction called the Broken Horn, who's like a kind of a smuggling operation gang, and it's essentially just like this U with like 2 horns, but one of the horns is broken. It's just cool stuff like that. Kind of like, I think they just got it from like Maz Kanata's castle, but even then that was just a store, a Star Wars store,
very small store too.
Yes, very tiny. Well, there was 2 of them actually. There was one that was
you're talking about the big like more?
There's two. There's one that's like there's like Galactic Outpost, and there's another one.
Yeah, that's a small one.
And then there's another one that's like bigger.
Yeah, but it's pretty much the same stuff.
It's the same stuff.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also that store is so cool because it just plays nonstop Star Wars music.
I would like. It's crazy because like I went there pretty recently too.
Yeah, we went there within
I would
like
go
a month
in there
or
and
two.
then like I'd go in there again like right before I left. Like
I did too.
To go like 3 times.
I went there so we went to dinner once and then we went right before we left and then I came back again just because I felt so immersed in Star Wars again. Like the music was playing I was humming along and I'm like I'm so ready to go to Celebration.
You walk in, you're like, these are my people. Like,
the people in there were like kind of dumb because they were like getting lightsabers and they're like, I'm like, oh my god, please stop. But I'm sorry, people. But like I went in there and it was just like they were playing like Clone Wars music, like the March in the Jedi Temple, and some Phantom Menace music came on, and then the music at the end of A New Hope played, which got me really nostalgic for Celebration because like that was what the closing ceremony and stuff. Yeah, dude, I'm so ready to go next year.
We still have a whole freaking year,
dude. So when is it? It's gonna be the 20-something to August. It's still over a year. At least we got our tickets though.
I'm gonna throw up.
We got to make sure to apply for the media badges, though.
Yeah, you can't apply until like February.
All right. Really? Yeah. Did you look it up?
That's what they do like every year. Both years you couldn't apply until like February.
All right. Well, we'll make sure to apply.
No. Sorry, it's November. They let you know in February. Sorry.
Okay, gotcha.
That would be pretty soon.
We're so excited to go to Celebration, dude.
We're
awesome.
gonna meet a bunch.
I want to go to more conventions.
Yeah, me too.
I want to go to Dragon Con.
I feel like
in
we've
Atlanta.
missed all the ones around us already.
Yeah. Dragon Con's in September.
Oh, is it?
So it's like Memorial Day weekend.
Shoot, I thought it was already passed.
No.
That's in Georgia?
Mm-hmm. Atlanta.
Yeah. Maybe we'll look into that actually.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I'd be down.
Even if it's just for a day.
The only thing is it's also a really big party convention. So like it's like people at nighttime. Like so people go to the convention and like there's like panels and all of this stuff. But at nighttime it's like
drinking and dancing and stuff.
It's like people very scandalous clothing, drinking a lot, like
we'll get out of there before
like making out and like
you're not old enough for that, Grayson.
Yeah, I know. I'll be 20.
It's so funny. No, we'll go for the nerd stuff.
I feel like even if I was 25, it'd still be weird.
I'm the same way. Like once it hits like 8:00, I'm like, all right, I'm done.
There's literally like clubs where people are like hanging from the ceiling and stuff, like not like hanging from the neck, but like just like it's near nude bars and stuff, like in like these weird like. If you want to live out your fantasies of like getting it on with some weird like people, like some nerd people, like go to Dragon Con. Nerds. Yeah, that's what I've heard from Star Wars Explained and like his wife that they're just like it's big wild. Time, like it's crazy.
This is their one time, dude. You gotta let them have it.
Yeah,
these nerds they don't get out that often.
They're like, oh, we can unite.
They can be themselves.
It's true. I mean, that's a fair point, I guess.
It's. Venom 2, man.
Oh yeah, Venom 2. It's almost the end of the episode already. God, let's talk about Venom 2. What do you think about this? Andy Serkis possibly?
I think it's
pretty much confirmed.
Yeah, didn't Tom Hardy
He posted it, but I looked at his Instagram, not his Twitter, and he must have deleted it.
So it's probably Sony was like, take that down.
Yeah, probably. He's like,
dang, there's something that. There's probably 2 things that give me a lot of hope for this. 3 things. A, I still love Tom Hardy to death.
I love Tom Hardy as well.
B, I'm wondering if even though Sony understands that the first Venom was successful, I wonder if they acknowledge that it probably wasn't the best movie and it could be better. That's another point.
Yeah.
Second point or third point, don't know where I'm at.
Second point.
I'm wondering if Andy Serkis came to Tom Hardy or Sony with an idea that was just so good because I don't understand why they would move away from their first director. With
Who directed
that was
the first one?
It's like Ruben something. He's
it was somebody that I did not know.
So I'm wondering if Andy came to them with an idea for the second Venom that they were like, we got to do this.
Andrew Garfield. We need to get him back. We need to put him as Spider-Man at the very end battle.
I think that's what the conversation went down like.
Andy Serkis, if that was the conversation and you got Andrew Garfield back, I'd love you.
He's like, I don't know. I feel like with someone who's just like so good at like motion capture and understands that industry, he might have something.
I think he's going to bring some... I was telling my friend, though, I was like, to be honest, I'd rather Andy Serkis play Carnage than...
Yeah, true.
I'm like, dude, you know how
recast that?
You know how good he would be as Carnage?
With the voice.
Like, oh my god, dude.
He would make a killer voice.
Oh my, it sucks so bad that he's not Claw, or that he's Claw, but he died.
He was so good.
He was so good.
Dude.
Oh my god. I wish he was the main villain, to be honest.
You know, one of the things that Andy Serkis said a while back about he directed it like his Jungle Book, or his like Mowgli. It's on Netflix. I never watched it.
Yeah, I heard it was decent though.
Yeah, he said. Because Disney releases their live action version and he postponed his for obvious reasons. And then he said that he thinks it's good for like kids to be scared by certain things. Like his Jungle Book was going to be darker.
Oh, it's definitely darker.
So he was like, he's not saying like I'm trying to purposely scare. He's like saying not everything has to be, very light. It's okay for there to be dark elements because that's just like realistic. Mm-hmm. So I don't think he would ever shy away from a dark movie. I would like to see Venom maybe go into like more of a horror style
especially with Carnage. If Carnage is gonna be in it,
murderous,
I'm like, it'd be scary.
Like, yeah, it's supposed to be violent.
Yeah, like it's gonna be. If it's not rated R,
they opted for PG-13 for Venom.
Yeah,
1, which was like,
but it was almost gonna be rated R too, wasn't it?
That's why I got excited.
Yeah.
I was like, shoot, they're going to make it rated R and Tom Hardy? I was like, okay, maybe you got me there, Then and then they like pan away whenever Venom eats somebody.
They ruined Riz Ahmed's, as he's a great actor, and freaking he played, what a
Nightcrawler.
Terrible villain. He's so good in Nightcrawler. Yeah. So good in Rogue One too.
Yeah.
I love Riz Ahmed. What a great guy.
They turned him into this like, God, most
have a nice life
villain.
I was in the grocery store the other day and I just randomly thought about, I was like, oh my God, have a nice life. I wanted to say that to somebody in the grocery store.
Cheesy.
It's so bad, dude.
Because that was what the name of the foundation,
the
or
Life
the
Foundation.
Business. I'm gonna throw up.
Just hearing the name.
Yeah, that movie was just like a disaster. If you like it, that's cool. I hated that movie.
From what I've heard, if people like it, it's just because it's beautiful trash.
Like, yeah, I was like, it's fun.
Yeah,
I'm like, I was bored.
I was
when
bored.
I watched that movie. I was like,
Michelle Williams. I was like,
yeah, they had no chemistry, that freaking movie. But I like Andy Serkis a lot.
I do too.
I don't know.
I respect the guy a lot.
I think he's a great actor. I don't really know much about his directing career.
He's directed a few things, and I think he's directed maybe some like TV show episodes and stuff.
Yeah.
I think he has enough experience in the workplace that he can be like. I think he's a decent director.
Yeah. I think,
and I love to see him get out there more as a director.
I feel like Sony needs to eventually just be like, just do what you want creatively.
Yeah.
Get the executives out of that. Get the producers away from it.
Yeah.
All the higher ups at Sony, and just be like, let's just go make a good movie.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when it came to, like, Sony obviously was responsible for Spider-Verse, but I feel like with them they didn't care so much because it's an animated movie.
Yeah.
I think that it was a pleasant surprise to them that it was an Oscar-winning movie.
This movie's good.
They're like, which makes me concerned about the future of the animated movies.
Avi Arad is just like, hey,
Venom.
Dude, that honestly, if they connect Venom and Spider-Verse, I'm actually going to cry.
Quit.
I'm done.
Yeah, so I think that's what happened with the. It's just speculation, but I think they didn't care that much because it's like, it's just an animated movie. Go do whatever you want.
I hope, and I know it's not like you're gonna say this and be like, no, this did not happen. But I hope Spider-Verse was the lesson learned that they need to quit getting their hands in people's creative control and let the people who make good movies.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest things is I've been watching a lot of stuff lately about the production of The Amazing Spider-Man, and Mark Webb's vision was so good for that franchise, and Sony ruined it.
Yeah.
Same thing with Sam Raimi with Spider-Man 3. Sam Raimi had a vision for Spider-Man 1 and 2. He had a vision for 3. Sony, they were like, hey, Sam, Venom. And he was like, I don't want to do Venom. They're like, do Venom.
It became about the money. It's about the toy sales and all that stuff. I mean,
Sony is like the EA and Activision of movies.
Yeah, exactly. It bothers me that like when they won their Oscar for Spider-Verse, you got all these like producers and like people from Sony up there, Amy Pascal or whatever. I'm just like, come on. I'm like, it was the director, it was was it Phil Lord and Chris
the directors,
Miller.
the artists, the writers, like all the people who like really worked on it, not these like executive
I don't think
guys.
anybody else gave a crap about that movie.
Yeah.
Until they realize, oh my God, everybody loves this.
Yes.
You know, and I hope they don't.
Well,
get their
Amy
hands
Pascal
in.
is done though, isn't she?
I think she is. Yeah.
She
I think
is.
Far From Home was her like last obligation.
I think the last thing that is holding anything related to Sony Spider-Man stuff is Avi Arad. He's always been.
Yeah.
He's just been the bane of everything's existence when it comes to storytelling and creative vision.
Yeah.
And it's really unfortunate.
It is.
But
it is.
I think if Andy Serkis, they let him run wild with it, or not run wild, but he comes up with an idea, and clearly the guy, Andy Serkis, I like him a lot.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, Black Panther. What else did he was obviously he was
Snoke.
Oh yeah, he was Snoke, wasn't he?
He has a lot of stuff to his credit that
Yes.
we probably don't see. But I mean,
I think he knows
of
a
the
lot
Apes.
about the production world because he's not like really like a main actor. Well, like he's an actor, but most of them he's known for a lot of special
it's not for
effects
his
stuff.
face. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like all behind.
It's
the
for his
scenes.
voice and like what he adds to a film or a project.
Yeah.
And that's why I really respect him.
For sure.
And so I hope that he can really grab the reins on Venom 2. Because, listen, the more and more that I thought about it, the more I'm like, Venom 2 actually has the possibility to be good, but it's like, there's only so many reasons why. Now, however, I just did not like Venom 1, but I'm trying to be more optimistic about it because I hate being like so pessimistic, like, oh, Venom was so bad. I hated it. I was so bored. But that's just the unfortunate truth is we did not like Venom. And do I think Venom 2 could be good? Yeah, but it's going to have to, how will it be
it has
good?
to be very different.
There was a pitch. If people want to go watch it, that we're not like friends with this guy or whatever, but like there was a video that I watched recently, and if anybody knows him, his name is High Top Films. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't agree with everything that he says regarding Spider-Man and his opinions and stuff, but I don't even agree with really how he feels about Venom 1. But he has a video about why he loves Venom.
Yeah.
And in that video, he mentions his pitch for Venom 2. His pitch for Venom 2, I'm not going to say it. I just want you to go check it out because I know I'm not going to do it justice because I don't remember all of the details.
Yeah, same.
The likeliness of it happening is very slim. However, it would make me so excited for Venom 2.
Didn't it give you because I watched the same video, didn't it give you like a little bit of excitement for like what there could be?
Yes, that's why I'm like, that's why I got my hope was raised a little bit. I'm like, there's a possibility that something good could come out of this. Will it? Probably not.
No.
But it's still, I like to be hopeful.
We still got Morbius coming out next year.
That I'm not looking forward to. If honestly, I really just don't want to see Morbius.
Me either. We could skip that one, right?
Honestly, I maybe.
Probably won't. No.
We
have an obligation to this podcast.
We had an obligation for something else, but we still haven't got to that yet.
Yeah, we got to review Dark Phoenix. I forgot. We should have done that with this episode.
This happens all the time.
Next week.
Yeah. We'll see.
So, yeah. I think this is going to do it for this episode of the podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening and supporting the podcast and rating and reviewing and sharing and commenting on Instagram and all that good stuff.
You guys have been the best lately.
Yeah.
It's been really refreshing, and we really just appreciate your support, and we want to just keep on making it better.
Heck yeah. Keep an eye out on Instagram. Maybe we'll announce something giveaway related on Instagram. And then next week's episode we're still going to do. And then the week after that, Avengers Endgame comes out. I'd like to talk a little bit about
Comes
that.
out? I haven't seen it yet.
On Blu-ray.
I'm just kidding.
So it'd be cool to like watch that at home and then be able to just kind of like talk about that again.
Yeah.
After we get to kind of like.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
Yeah,
So granted, I feel like I've seen it a million times because of how many memes there are of Endgame.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. But dude, the Avengers Assemble Endgame, just HD clip.
Yeah. It's magical.
So nice. Chef's kiss. Mwah.
But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode unless you have anything else to add, Grayson.